Hey folks, this is Chris from Highland CCG. Today we're going to open some mail. Let's check it out. Hey folks, this is Chris, Highland CCG. Got an Arabian Nights upgrade here. It's a thicker envelope, which makes me think maybe there's more than one card in here, so let's take a look. Okay, first up we are upgrading Brass Man. This was a quad plus Brass Man 8.5 with edges and surface 9.5. This is a quad plus 9 with centering 9.5. Okay, so we have, according to the numbers, we have an upgrade on centering, downgrade on edges, upgrade on corners, downgrade on surface. Surface I'm not going to be able to really tell you, and it's like a difference between a 9 and a 9.5, so you're not going to notice it probably either. Centering doesn't look too different. It does look a little bit more this way, which is good. This one's a little thinner on this side. So, corners. That's supposed to be an upgrade. So we do have some wear here and down there. I can see that. I don't see anything on the back. Jeez Louise. Versus this one, which does not have those issues. It does have a little edge ding there, but it still has edges 9. I would probably have given that an 8.5 for that. It's unfortunate because it does hurt the front eye appeal looking at the card, unless that is stuff. No, it looks like it's damaged to the edge there. So I think that the 9 is generous there. I would have given that an 8.5. And edges, it still would have been a 9 overall. This one had better edges for sure, and they were 9.5, so that held true. But I don't think having something like that still deserves a 9. Just looking at the card overall, I don't consider this like a huge upgrade or anything like that. It is. And I cannot stop looking at that edge damage. So, yeah, for me, it's like, okay, I'm looking at this edge or I'm looking at these corners. So it's kind of I would say an even Steven. So this is more of an upgrade for the grade, unfortunately. I try to avoid that when I can, but this just happened to be a very nice 8.5, and this is like a decent 9. So not a whole lot of difference there. Just wanted to share it with you. And I do have another one. So we got Jandor's Ring, which is a card I do enjoy a lot. Any kind of card draw engine. So, the only drawback of this one is that you are required to discard the card that you just drew. So perfect if you draw a card that you don't want, but if it's something you do want, then you're kind of stuck. You can't really use this card, so it's not as good as some of the others, but it's a pretty affordable ability. The card itself is pretty expensive, as are a lot of older artifacts. It's 6 colorless to bring it out, which is pretty rough, but only 2 to activate. It is a mono artifact though, so you can only use it once per turn. But beautiful Dan Fraser art, and a card I like to use, so that's fun. This was a basic plus, so effectively a 9 except for the corners. So it's got 9 centering and edges, 9.5 surface. This one is a quad plus 9 with centering and at corners 9, edges and surface 9.5. So we have centering is a wash, corners are an upgrade, edges are an upgrade, surface is a wash. We're not going to see a huge amount of difference, but let's check them out anyway. So the corners on this one was the weak part, and yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the corners. Corners 8 is pretty rough. There should be some obvious stuff. I see a little bit down there, but there should be more obvious issues with corners to deserve an 8 that I'm not seeing right now. This one has one right there, and it has edges, or it has corners 9, and I can see a little thing there. It's harder to see on this one. The centering is the same. It says it's the same grade. I think it's about the same. This one looks a little better centered. This one's a little bit over here, but then this one is better centered this way. This is pushed down a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of a wash. This one is better top to bottom. This one's better left to right. And then on the back, I think it's similar there. This one does have an issue on the edge in the back there that this one doesn't, but it says edges are 9. I also like the color of this one. This has kind of a richer color. This one's a little colder, so I'm happy with this being part of the collection and upgrading from this to this. The only thing that bothers me is that corners grade of 8 probably should have been an 8.5, and if it was, then this would have been a 9 already, and I wouldn't have had to buy this. But I do like this card better. I think it looks nicer. So it is what it is. This is the insanity of collecting and upgrading and all that stuff. It is not going to make sense a lot of the time, but you just do it anyway. A couple of people asked me this on some other videos. I do try to sell these 8.5s off so that I'm not just going to end up with a 9 set and an 8.5 set. So just to address that formally, yes, I try to sell these when I can. So wanted to share those upgrades, 2 upgrades for the collection. I'm overall happy with it. You know, like I said a few times, upgrading from an 8.5 to a 9 set is not, you're not going to see a huge amount of difference, but it does make a difference, and I'm excited to make progress and share progress with you. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope tomorrow's even better, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.